My name is Ming. Welcome back to the H channel. So today I'm actually in Gurney Paragon, Level 7 Genesis IVF Center. So sitting next to me is actually the founder of Genesis IVF Center, Dr. Ng. Welcome Dr. Ng to our H channel. Maybe we say hi to our viewers.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me for this session. I am Dr. Ng. I'm a medical director for Genesis in Paragon.
Yeah. Thank you for taking your time. I know you're very busy, Dr. Ng.
No problem.
Yeah. Today is an opportunity for me to ask a lot of questions for Dr. Ng to answer some of the curiosity that I have in mind. You know, as far as a medical service is concerned in Penang, we know Penang for many years we are famous of our medical tourism. Over the years, we receive a lot of medical tourists from Indonesia, from Singapore. They come to Penang because of the excellent service that we can provide to the patients at an affordable price. So in Gurney Paragon Mall, we have a medical center called the Genesis IVF. So Dr. Ng is the founder and also one of the most reputable doctors in this field in Malaysia. So maybe Dr. Ng, can you share with us what is your specialty? What are the services that you provide in this medical center?
Our core business is to make to help ladies who have the problem getting pregnant.
Right.
All right. We have got other services also, but that's our core business.
Okay.
Basically, we also do gynecological screening. We also do screening and also we take care of pregnant ladies.
Okay. So nowadays, just now throughout our conversations, I also understand women, you know, after getting married, some of them they face fertility problem. They cannot conceive, right? So they have to seek alternate way. They come to the doctor and see if there is any other way to help women to conceive. So one of the methods is through IVF. What is this technology on IVF? Maybe Dr. Ng, you would like to... Basically,
as everybody knows, every woman will conceive inside the body.
Yeah.
All right, after making love. But if that fails, then we can resort to IVF. IVF basically, it means in-vitro fertilization. That means you fertilize your eggs outside the body. And in order to do that, we have to, of course, extract the eggs from the lady's ovaries. And then after that, in the laboratory, we got to inseminate with the husband's sperms. And when we create the embryos, then we can slowly put back into the woman's womb. And hopefully, if it implants, then you're going to have a baby growing inside.
Right. Okay. So this is through the use of technology because it's conceived outside. You know?
Yeah. Nowadays, we have got a lot of technologies to do all these things. It has been refined over the last 40 years. I think in addition, we also got other technologies where we can actually, before putting back the embryos into the woman's body, we can even do a genetic testing to find out if there's any abnormalities. If it's abnormal, then we will not put back. We only choose the better ones.
I also understand that your center here, the Genesis IVF Center, is one of the best in the world because data that you gathered, right? Maybe
yes.
You can share with our viewers.
Oh yes, we compare to the rest of the world. In general, if an IVF center is getting around 50% success rate, it's considered as very good. All right. In fact, we have compared our data with the ones in America, the ones in England, and the ones in Australia. And for us, we are getting around 55 to 60% success rate, which we rate among the best in the world.
That also explains why the Genesis IVF Center received a lot of the return patients from Indonesia.
Oh yes.
Right. Yeah. So they believe in not just the technology, but especially the quality of the medical service that's provided here. And through your experience in the field, Dr. Ng has been practiced in the IVF for 30 years.
Oh yes.
Yes.
30 years. Yes.
Yes. So I believe that's the reason they come back. And even though the borders are still closed, but I hear that they are slowly returning because the eggs are aging, right? And the body is also aging. They need to come back and continue the medical service. Yeah. Maybe Dr. Ng, you would like to share with us. I find it very meaningful, the name of Genesis. What's the meaning behind?
Well, when we first started this center, of course we would like to find to come up with a good name, which is appropriate for our line of work. So we chose Genesis because if you look at the dictionary, Genesis means origin. For us, it's origin of life. So our line is to make to help the lady conceive. So we create new lives. So I feel that it's a very meaningful name for my center.
Yeah, it is. So maybe Dr. Ng, you would like to introduce how many doctors are there in the center and how many staff is assisting you?
We have got I've got another colleague who's working with me, Dr. Lau. And also we got another visiting consultant who's Dr. Pandian. He has got a clinic outside by using our center facilities.
Okay.
Nurses-wise, we have around 12 nurses. 12 nurses, and then we got a support team. Embryologists, we got about 9 of them. And we got our center manager, we got the marketing team, and we got the accounts department.
Right.
So altogether around 32 of us.
Okay, great. So I also understand that this is an ambulatory kind of service.
Oh yes, we do not keep patients overnight because this is a daycare center. In other words, we try and finish all the procedures and discharge a patient during office hours.
Right. It also jives into the opening and closing hour of the mall because this particular center is situated at level 7 of Gurney Paragon Mall along Gurney Drive. So it's a landmark location, very easy to find for patients who are coming here while they are waiting or before the appointment. They can go down, have their food, shopping, it's easy to park, easy to find. So I think the whole concept and the IVF service, it jives in together. And like you rightly pointed out, nowadays a lot of the IVF centers are they prefer to be located inside a mall where facilities are provided as opposed to inside a traditional hospital.
Oh, this is a trend nowadays. In fact, in Kuala Lumpur, we have at least 4 IVF centers which is located in all the popular malls.
Okay. Maybe Dr. Ng, you would like to share with us what are the advantages that you see a center like this being?
Oh yeah, I think Paragon is a very good location for us, especially because we are able to get hold of quite a large area for rental. In fact, we have got 12,000 square feet here, which is actually very good for us. We can have our lab, we can have our hall and also all the clinics. And then the second thing is that it's very convenient because it's located right in town. It's convenient for our patients, and also they've got all the other amenities here. Patients can do groceries, they can eat in the restaurants while waiting for us.
Dr. Ng, maybe you would like to share with us about your view on the medical tourism in Penang. We are close to Indonesia, we are also close to Singapore. People used to go to Singapore for their body checkups, medical services, but things are getting very expensive. And in the last, I would say in the last 5 to 10 years, they have switched their attention to Malaysia. They come to Malaysia to seek medical service. So I suppose IVF service is one of the areas that, foreigners, Indonesians, they come in here. In addition to quality, is of course the pricing is also, it's more affordable as compared to places like Singapore or other places in the world. What is your opinion of medical tourism in Penang?
It is very important in Penang because medical tourism is basically people coming, spending money, all right, and then at the same time we're offering them treatment.
Yes.
But we are quite unique because in Penang we are quite near to Indonesia. I can tell you what I experienced. In the late 90s, when Indonesians start trickling in, they basically come from 2 areas, Medan and Aceh. Those days, not many of them. So they come in, then the time Penang also, our medical facilities, not that many, not that much. We don't have that many doctors. But whatever we have, they were impressed. So slowly, bit by bit, by the late 2000, we get even other places in Indonesia, they start coming, like for example Kalimantan, Papua New Guinea, and also Java. So slowly, because I think basically because they realize that compared to Singapore, we are equally good in terms of facilities, in terms of the doctors, and also at the same time, they're getting very good results. Let's say go back to our IVF. In Indonesia, they started IVF services much later than us. So we had a head start. And because of that, we tend to adopt technologies faster than them. Indonesia is quite insular place. They are not so exposed outside, So the technologies that they have is very slowly evolve. Because Indonesia is not the same as outside world. There are a lot of things that they cannot come in. So patients realize that what they're doing in Indonesia, the results are not so good. So when they came here, we were quite impressed. We're giving them very good results, and also the cost is very cheap. So Singapore used to be the place where they go to. All right. Then they start comparing. Especially when our exchange rate has become so wide. So they realize that it's so cost effective in Penang. This is very important for us.
Right. Yes. Yeah, I totally agree. So, but of course, through your experience and dealing with, you've helped so many patients. These past 2 years have not been easy because they are not able to travel to Malaysia yet because the borders are not open. But slowly, as the population get vaccinated, it's safer to travel. Borders slowly opening up. We are seeing your foreign patients are slowly returning back, and of course, we look forward towards 1st of April, where the national borders have announced to be open, and we will welcome back all these medical tourists, back to Malaysia, back to Penang, and back to Genesis IVF Center. I mean, we look forward towards having the patients back. I have Dr. Ng sitting next to me. He is one of the most reputable IVF doctors in the country, and he's probably one of the best in the world as well. Okay, and this center has the most complete equipment that you can find in the country. So any women, if you have problem conceiving babies, do come here. In Gurney Paragon Level 7, we have the Genesis IVF Center, and Dr. Ng is here to serve you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Ng, for spending your time with us. Okay,
thank you, Miss Call.
Thank you. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye.